welcome back to Vanilla High. So I had some mic troubles over the last month or so, I had not recorded anything lately. So, because I have not recorded anything lately, I thought it might be a good idea to show you guys the progress I've made on the base, kind of do a catch-up episode, and this will also give anybody who's a new viewer a chance to really see what's been going on in my series. So right now we're inside the boathouse, and I really need to get a storage system built because this is all overflow, and yeah. So let's go take a look at what we've been working on. So this is our little boathouse, and yeah, we're in the default pack today because I've been really feeling the default pack lately. So we've got our little pathway that comes up here, and I have a pathway down here now that goes over to this very lovely bridge with trapdoor on top of fire type lighting. And if we come over here, this is where our villager breeder empties out, which I still need to build the villager trade hall, which is planned to be right up here. And I have some supplies that I moved over here, but then I found out that my original idea for the outside build was too big for the space we've got up here. So I'm going to have to build something else instead. And if we come down here and go actually inside this little building here, and then head down these tracks, this is all an underwater pathway from the villager breeder. And yes, I put a glass ceiling in. I don't know why I put a glass ceiling in, because for the most part the only people going through this tunnel will be the villagers. It doesn't even have a spot for me to get off inside if I wanted to take mine carts through here. But in here we have our villager breeder, which right now is not producing villagers because we're not loading the chunks. Got a little chest with mine carts with a hopper going into this thing, and once one of these mine carts gets filled, it finally has enough weight to get up onto the powered rail, which then pushes it through, hits this little detector thing, which then triggers this to dispense a new mine cart. We've got a tiny little carrot farm in there for the farmer villager to grab carrots from so that he can pass it around to the others. The inspiration for the shell of this was a Victorian factory style. So if I can come out here real quick, I'll show you what this looks like. Yeah, and then our little chute goes right out the side of it and straight down, pretty much to the bottom of the ocean. I think it goes down to the first level of the bottom of the ocean, and then it shoots across because there's a second bottoming part down there. Alright, and then let's swim back over to the other island. And you can get a really good view of the two bridges from here. So we've got our first bridge, which has like the standard wooden support structure with brickwork, and then behind it some fences to make it look even more supported. And then we have this much more modern looking bridge made out of acacia and orange terracotta with a big arch underneath as the support structure. So, oh, and one of the other things one of the other things I did off camera was I added in a bunch of sugarcane all around the islands just for decorative purposes. These jungle trees are planted here because I've been trying to get more jungle saplings. So, one of the very first projects we did, aside from our boathouse, was this Enchanter's Tower. So if we come up here, we have our enchantment table with the full range of books, just a little bit of storage stuff in there, and then some lapis on the other side. If we head back up here to the top, we have our netherwort farm, which we need to harvest. Boop, boop. And then some chests to store netherwort in. And then back through here, we head up here, and then we've got, this is our little brewing setup, which I have not started brewing anything yet, so it's pretty much blank. And head back down, ladders. And then up here, this is just pretty much a standard branch mine setup down there. Not really any need to go down there and show you guys any of that. And this is our second bridge, which is built entirely out of orange materials, just because I thought it'd be cool. I need to get some more jack-o'-lanterns to finish lighting it up. And this bridge comes in right next to our iron farm, which what I'm thinking I'll do is once you get across the bridge, I'm thinking I'll have like some stairs or something, bring this down one more level so I can put the ceiling level with that redstone block, because right now I can't take out any of these blocks because it'll break the iron farm. So over there, that's our kelp farm. Right now, it doesn't produce kelp nearly as fast as some of the other farms I've seen, so I'm thinking I might expand it a little more. Especially because we've tied it straight into an auto furnace setup, and the auto furnace setup is far too big compared to the kelp coming in. So, and I'll get to these signs in a minute. I'll show you guys what all those signs say. But this is our kelp farm smelting area. So all the kelp comes into this, and as you can see, I'm going to have to hook it up soon because the double chest is almost full. And then it gets evenly distributed among all these furnaces, along with the fuel, which is sticks, because I was tired of wasting good fuel on things that were only coming in like maybe one or two at a time, so I switched it out for sticks. And these are the hoppers and the extra chest that go in to finish, put everything back together. But yeah, I haven't been doing very much with it because the plan is, once these chests get filled up, you come in here with an axe, and you just stand here, you break all the chests. There's crafting tables right below your feet, and you use those to craft the kelp into kelp blocks. And then this is a bunch of extra wood so that I can make more sticks to throw in there. And I need to put in a step, because it's kind of annoying to have to jump in and out of there. And if we head down here even more, this is our zombie grinder, which I've converted into a drowned grinder. All I did was add a little water here at the bottom. Now, doing this, you don't get a lot of the exclusive drowned drops. I don't think you actually get any of the exclusive drowned drops. But one thing it does do, which is going to help us out a lot, is give you a lot of these. Which, while I'm here, let's turn those into nuggets. I have a ton of carrots that I want to turn into golden carrots. So, this is again just another junk chest full of random bits and bobs I really need to build a storage area at some point. But, yeah, this is just all the drops from the drones. So, if we stand over there next to that torch, that loads in the zombie spawner, which then causes them to go through the little thing, and yeah. And then I'm planning to put in a chicken cooker right here. Just because then when I'm sitting here grinding zombies, or drowns, it'll cause me to have cooked chicken as well. So I won't have to go far for food. While I'm here, let's go ahead and golden carrots. Alright, so the thing that's going to be going in across from the kelp farm right here is a fish farm, but not the kind where you sit there and you right-click with a fishing pole. It's the kind that will just sit there. It'll have magma blocks, and it'll just suck the fish down onto the magma blocks and kill them. And that's what's going to go in there. So, that's pretty much it for the base right now. I, like, really stopped playing when I had the mic issues, because I saw no reason to play if you guys weren't seeing what was going on. So, I figured I'd catch you guys up on the few things that I did off camera. The other thing I've been working on a lot off camera is, if we go to spawn, and head out the west gate here, I've been helping with a project that's been going on over here. So, just head out, go up across these hills. And I believe anyone is allowed to help with this project and fix it if they see stuff getting broken, because, you know, obviously it's near spawn, so it gets griefed quite regularly. But right next to this giant nether portal that's surrounded by, I think it's strict spruce, maybe? Anyway, there is a giant public farm with melons for people, and then pumpkins right next to that. And if you see, this is one of the things I'm talking about, people come in here and they just take the jack-o'-lanterns. Melons, pumpkins, and then further along here we've got all the other stuff like sugar cane, vines. The chickens are getting a bit crazy. Like, they keep escaping from this chicken coop that they built. Over here we've got all the different basic farm types, like carrots, potatoes, wheat, beetroots. Now, over here they've got a bunch of smelters. Oh, I see. Somebody let them out of the egg machine. Somebody built an egg machine and somebody released all the chickens from the egg machine. I see now. Down here we've got all these furnaces. Some of them have coal in them. We've got a basic super smelter setup. Some crafting tables. A little bit of a nether wart farm. This one's an automated cactus farm, which doesn't produce a lot because, I mean, it's kind of small. And then this is part of what I've been working on, is this tree farm. So when I first came over here, the tree farm was spruce, oak, birch, random assortment of other woods. And I was like, I don't like that. So I turned this row into dark oak trees. This row into acacia. And then the next row is going to be jungle once we get enough jungle trees. Underneath the tree more. Okay. And then one thing that the guy who frequents here the most did that I think is hilarious is he's been gathering up all of these skeleton horses and taming them. So, like, all you have to do is get a saddle, come here, and you can get a skeleton horse. There's a bunch of other random stuff that's, like, kind of griefed out all over the place. I don't pay attention to any of this stuff, because as far as I'm concerned, it's not part of the thing that is important, which is the farm. So, yeah. I don't even really pay attention to some of this stuff over here, other than the fact that I know it belongs to the other guy who works on this project. There's a mine down here with, like, a bunch of chests. I don't know why there's a bunch of chests down here, but yeah, there's a bunch of chests down there. I think that's it. I think that covers the public farm on the west side. I hear there's a public farm on the east side of the server, but I've never been there, so... and then there's these little chests around. A lot of times they have random stuff in them for people to just grab. Like, see, there's a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns here, so I can use these to go fix the holes in the jack-o'-lantern lighting. Because some people just want to watch the world burn. Alright, let's see if I can get this in there. Boop. Alright. Now, I know there's a couple other spots where there's holes in it. Yeah. Right here. One of the people on the server the other day said something pretty profound. He was like, people who aren't creative enough to build get jealous of the abilities of those around them, and so they destroy it. I thought that was pretty profound. At least pretty profound for a Minecraft server statement. And I'm gonna take a few of these, because I need them to finish lighting up my bridge. But I think that covers all of the stuff we've got going on for the moment. Our next big project is either going to be the storage system or the villager trade hall. I haven't decided which I want to do first. If it's the storage system, it's going to be going underground next to the drowned grinder. And if it's the villager trade hall, it's going to be going on the flat top of that island. If it's the villager trade hall, I might wind up just building the mechanics of it first, and then going back later and building the shell afterwards. So that's something to look forward for. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys next time. There might be another clip of footage after this, actually, with a tour of my usual texture pack. Or maybe just some clips, like photos from my usual texture pack, so you guys can see the bridges and stuff in that. Alright, bye! So right after I finished recording that clip, I realized I never showed you guys about the signs. So, one of the things that happened between episodes was we had a visitor. So, he says, "Wow, really nice base. You've really inspired me to continue on this server. I did not leak any cords. I'll come visit again, sometime. Spudhead, with 2 A's. And he visited on December 16th, 2018. He has a few signs that he's placed in a couple places. Down here in the cargo hold, we've got a sign that says, "I took a stack. Hope you mind, I was hungry." And I think he's pointing to this one, which has our baked taters in it. And then if we come up here, there is another sign. Way up here. Across our new bridge. And yes, I switched over to our steampunk pack, so that way you guys could kind of see things in that while we're going around looking at the signs. So, the rest of the signs are over here in the farming district. So, there's one right here that says, "Nice villager spawner / iron golem grinder." And then if we go down our staircase, which still is not finished, he has a few signs outside our kelp farm that says, "Cool, you've definitely given me some ideas for this server. By the way, my name is up in the boat on a sign." And I don't think he put anything down here in the actual grinder room. No, nothing in the grinder room. So yeah. Thank you for those comments, Spudhead. And yes, there is no problem with you taking a stack of baked potatoes. As you kind of saw in my base, I have like a ton of potatoes right now, so I can easily replenish a stack of baked potatoes. And I'm going to be taking down your signs, Spudhead, just because they're a little bit distracting. And my viewers have seen your messages now, so there's no reason for me to keep holding on to them. So, thank you for your friendly visit. I always welcome friendly visitors. But I will not be showing my cords either, because not everyone who comes onto the server is friendly visitors like you, Spudhead. So, I do have a couple friendly visitors that come by every so often. One of them is actually one of my nearby neighbors, and he, when he knows that I'm like trying to get materials for a certain build or something, he'll sometimes drop by and drop off a chest full, or a shulker full of items. Depends on how generous he's feeling. Sometimes he'll drop a full shulker box, sometimes he'll just drop a chest. But, yep. That's what those signs were all about. And this will definitely be the end of the episode. We'll just come out here and look out at our beautiful bridge. It looks so much better in this texture pack. It's gorgeous. Alright, and that's all for this episode, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!